We're in Southampton today, and I'm standing outside the city's last remaining medieval warehouse, still in use. It was built at the start of the 15th century and it's called the Wool House, and today it houses the Southampton Maritime Museum. Amongst the many exhibits here at the Southampton Maritime Museum, the focal point is that of the exhibition dedicated to the RMS Titanic. Now, the story of this ill-fated liner is famous across the world, but its connection to Southampton is particularly strong. It was at the docks here that it departed on its maiden voyage to New York on April the 10th, 1912. It was carrying 2,206 people. 4 days into its journey, on April the 14th, disaster struck when at 20 to midnight it struck an iceberg. It took just over 2.5 hours for the great ship to sink beneath the Atlantic Ocean.
Just keep sending it, please, Mr. Phillips.
In this lifeboat, please, madam.
But what about my husband?
He'll be along in a later one, don't worry. Lower away!
I'm joined now by Wayne Irish. He's a museum attendant here at the Maritime Museum. Wayne, thanks for agreeing to the interview.
No problem.
What is there to attract visitors to the museum?
To the museum, well, the main attraction, what people come here for from all over the world actually, is to see the Titanic. To see what about the Titanic, to learn about the story of the Titanic. We get lots of people coming in who had relatives that were on the Titanic, and there's a great attraction for that.
Only 703 people survived the disaster, and the city of Southampton was in a state of mourning. Crew lists were posted outside the White Star offices in Canute Road, and a memorial service was held at St Mary's Church on April the 20th.
There's only one survivor left now, and that's Malvina Dean, who lives just outside of Southampton. She hasn't been for some time because she's not been too well, but she does visit when she can.
Now, the building itself is interesting, and it's got quite a history.
The building's fantastic. The building was actually built around about 1400, and it was built by the monks of Beaulieu Abbey to store their wool.
And how did it become a museum?
It became a museum in the 1960s, that they were looking for a place to put a maritime museum, and it was an ideal building. It was close to the waterfront, and it's an ideal building to use, so that's how it all came around.
And finally, in 2008, what kind of events have you got lined up?
Lots planned for the coming year. We've got lots in our events guide here that's available here at the museum, and it's also on the website, so keep an eye on what's going on and we'll see what's happening.
Thanks for the chat.
No problem at all.